Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Learn more and get a quote at USAA.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. Here are your hosts, Steve Collins and Greg Berg.
Hey, Coach. Welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. I'm so excited you decided to join. Before we jump in, real quick, go over and check out Coach Berg's website, gberg.gumroad.com. It is awesome. You will not be disappointed. It's a little bit of everything. There's free resources over there with a preseason checklist, off-season playbook, all sorts of great things. Go over and check it out. All half of it's free. I should yell at him for all the free stuff he's giving away, but it's great. His team leader OS is awesome. So go over and check that out. Also, when you're there and you're thinking about it, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. You take that leadership, you take all the stuff that I have built over the last 30 years to build a nationally ranked team, to be nationally ranked, to win 3 state championships. Everything I have learned over the last 30 years is in teachhoops.com. Go over and check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. 14-day free trial. And let's head off to the podcast. Bye. All right. Welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. Coach, how are you?
Wonderful.
You looking forward to summer?
What's that?
You looking forward to summer?
I am, first full summer empty nesting. My daughter graduated last year, so they're still kind of around, and
she's going to come home or not?
Oh yeah, she'll be home. She's working at 2 golf courses. So that means dad gets some perks at some golf courses.
Yeah,
too,
that's
so
good.
That's a good thing. But I have never had a summer calendar more open in my entire life. The month of July is pretty wide open, and that between basketball and kids, I'm doing a little bit different this summer with basketball in July. So I'm looking forward to it.
What are you doing? Let's talk about that for 30 seconds. We're not playing in any leagues, and we're not playing in any tournaments.
None. We have a league. It's 5 Wednesdays during the summer, and then we play in a couple tournaments. But I'll coach in probably half of them. I'll have parents take them. I just want to coach enough to kind of get a feel for the kids and the team. Mm-hmm. And we have a couple open gyms during the summer. I don't do skill workouts throughout the summer. We have this no deposit, no return. I want kids being in the driveway. I want them to work out on their own. That's been kind of our theme of our program forever.
I like that.
It's that old school, like when we grew up, get out in the driveway and play and get better. Everything doesn't have to be structured and organized. And that's the approach that I've taken. And it gives me sanity as a coach in the summer a little bit.
I know. I'll give some advice. It has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about today. But if you want to do this for the long haul, you can't have your foot to the metal the entire 35 years. Trust me. Yeah. So, and I'm pivoting. Like, we don't need to play more games. Like, that's why we're not playing in any leagues, and we're going to open the gym up for them. We're going to have some open gyms. We're going to set up the shooting machines. You'll love this, Coach. At our end of the season meeting, we sat down as a team. They all agreed. They came up with it that they all want to shoot 15,000 threes between the end of the season and the beginning of the season. That was their thing. So I said, I will do everything I can do to help you reach that goal.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Any
So
of
it's
them
like,
play AAU?
yeah, they all play. They all play.
Yeah.
They're all playing. For some reason,
That's why
probably
they don't
playing
need to
right
play
now.
in the summer because
They
they're
don't.
playing. Yeah.
They don't. And it's like, well, they do. They need to play together a little bit. But
Yeah.
I also have baseball players, and I also have people that have
Yep.
cabins. It's like all this stuff. It's like, go do that. Great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think I had all of them over here at my house last night to watch a game. It's like, so
Yep.
they're connected. I'm always worried about more connection than the actual.
Yeah.
There's no unless, hey, if anyone's listening to this and you see great defense in the summer, come tell me. I want to come watch it.
Ain't that the truth?
I have yet to see it, so it's not. That's where you're talking about the deposit. What are you really getting in that, other than team building?
I want them to play together a little bit just to get a vibe.
Right.
If you got a new group, that's my only goal.
Yeah.
You don't coach. I mean, it's hard to coach when you don't practice, right?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, very little expectations.
Yeah, I know. I very little. And I used to have like, we better be in November, like in July, and that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna talk about the 20-40-60 rule, Coach. What's that?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard this.
Oh, for young coaches, it is the rule that you need to adhere to and get through as fast as you can to make this in the long haul. In your 20s, you worry about what other people think about you. It's very normal. Okay. You start hitting your 40s and you don't care about what other people think about you. And as a coach, the earlier you hit this, the better. Like you might be 31 and say, you know what, I'm done with this. I've dealt with this. I don't care what you think about me anymore. And I think the best coaches do that early, right? By the time you get to your 60s, and I'm not to my 60s yet, and I feel like I'm here, and you probably are as well, but you realize that people weren't thinking about you to begin with. You worry about other people. I mean, we have coaches that have worried about going to the grocery store downtown because they think they're going to run into a parent. And my gosh, not a good way to live your life as a coach. So getting through 20-40-60 rule early in your career is really, really important. And I'd like to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah. I think I reached this faster than my 20s. But that's I think part of it.
I agree. I did too.
Part of it was my personality. Part of it was mentoring that I had. My former high school coach told me that, quickly close your circle of people you can trust.
Yep.
But he says, it doesn't, no one's going to care if you win or lose, Steve, other than you and maybe the parents and the grandparents. And I remember losing a state finals after winning a couple and talking to another coach who's won, I've won 3, he's won like 4 or 5. And I remember him, and if you knew, I won't use his name, but if you knew him, it was a very colored discussion, not G-rated. And he goes, Steve, no one cares if you win. People don't want you to win. So let's get over this and move on. And it was like almost the shock I need. He's right, And it's like there's 8 billion people in the world. No one really cares about the Minnesota state chain. I mean, they do, but I'm just saying. So when you put
in
it
the moment,
in
they might, but no.
Right. It dissipates. So it's like what we think is important. And I think when you have kids, you can kind of see that a little bit easier too. Like some of the stuff I used to stress over with my kids. It's like, why did I stress over that? Like it really wasn't that important, that 3rd grade swim thing, whatever it was. I don't know, making something up, but it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I think the sooner as a young coach you can get that over, the easier. I definitely believe that.
Totally. And you get to a peace with yourself and I think having your own kids helps you get to that peace.
Yes.
Like I honestly, I don't care what other people think of me. It's really normal when you're young. It's hard. But the sooner you get to that, you just come at peace with yourself and what you're doing. And it makes everything more enjoyable.
It does. It makes life a lot more enjoyable.
Totally. And so, that's just it's an important, I'm going to say, progression for coaches to go through sooner than later.
Yes. It's an important progression, I think.
Yep.
And how can they do that, you think?
Well, I realize it, understand it, acknowledge it. I think that's really important. Some people can never do it. I've got colleagues of mine that I think got out of coaching because they couldn't get over the fact that they wanted to please people. Like, you can't be a people pleaser. You can only please yourself and the people close to you, but you just have to know in your heart that you're doing what's best for kids, what's best for your team, and let everything else kind of happen. And that's really control the controllable, right? That's one of my favorite lessons in life. Control what you can. Don't worry about other people, and you're going to be a lot happier in the long run.
No, I just think that's the way. And it's going to make you a better coach. It's going to make you better. It's going to make you better at whatever you do.
Totally.
I mean, okay, so I teach through 5 classes, 30 kids, 150 kids.
Yep.
Not all of them are going to think Mr. Collins is the best thing ever. I'm just going to do my best.
Yep.
And I'm going to treat them fair, and I'm going to care about them, and I'm going to try to, move them forward in their knowledge and make it fun and make it relevant. But I'm not going to connect with all 150. I'm a stats teacher. I know I'm not.
No.
But there's 10 that I'm really going to connect with, and there's 10 I'm not going to connect. It wouldn't matter if I tap dance. I wouldn't connect.
No. That's why you need different personalities in coaching and teaching, because different kids connect differently with different personalities.
I know. And that's what drives me bonkers sometimes with the educational field is we get all these in-service, like, I describe teaching as drawing a painting. And if you and I drew a landscape painting, yours might be pretty and mine might be pretty, but they might look totally different.
Yep.
There's more than one way of doing it.
Absolutely.
And I think sometimes in education, they try to box us, which drives me bonkers. Like, it's like, don't do that. Like, that teacher can have tables. This teacher can have desks. This teacher can use this. That's okay. Variety's good. As long as you're
not
teaching
robots.
no. Otherwise, we might as well have AI teaching the kids or them have them online. So I 100% agree with that. Anything else with that? 2046 coach?
That's good.
All right. Till next week.
See ya.
If your brain is at full capacity with to-dos, birthdays, and dinner plans, meet Skylight Calendar. It syncs your entire family schedule onto a sleek digital display, so you focus on important things like where you left your coffee. Right now, Skylight is offering our listeners $30 off their 15-inch calendars by going to skylightcal.com/talk. Go to skylightcal.com/talk for $30 off your 15-inch calendar. That's skylightghtcal.com/talk.
Lowe's knows you take pride in every project. So take on what's next today with a free Select Craftsman hedge trimmer or leaf blower when you buy a 20-volt push mower. That's a $119 value on reliable, high-performance Craftsman tools you trust. For the power to do it all, build, repair, restore, maintain, go with Craftsman. Available at Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 5/21. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.